everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today we're going to be playing with a little bit of By Terry. I have mentioned By Terry many times in my videos, mostly the foundation. The By Terry Terribly Densiliss foundation, which is actually one of my favorite foundations. So we're gonna use that today. We're gonna use the new Twinkle Glow CC highlighter, which came out for the holidays. And we're gonna use a couple other By Terry products. On my face right now, I have, my brows are done. I have on the Guerlain Youth Watery Oil. This is excellent. I've been using it now 2 weeks. Absolutely love it, and I did order it in like my 9th Sephora order. I've lost count of how many Sephora orders I did. But anyway, if you're interested in picking it up, I can't tell you how it works like long term as a skincare regimen. Technically it is a serum, so I can't speak to whether if you use it for 2 to 3 months, your skin will look firmer. I can't attest to any of those claims. What I can say though, is I've been using it as a primer and I love the look. It gives you, as you can see, a glowy, firming, smoothing base. So I'm all for that. So I went ahead and ordered it. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. Hair somewhat under control, kinda, a little bit. My hair is never under control. And we're gonna go ahead with the foundation. I have 2 shades in this. I have the medium peach in 5 and the fair in 1, which I know seems odd. It seems odd to me too. This one, the 5 medium peach, is actually a little dark for me. Like it's like a shade too dark. The freshly fair is the perfect, well, I shouldn't say perfect. It's very close, but there are days that I want like a little more color, a little more warmth to my skin, and so I use the peach. I'm using the BK Beauty 101 brush. This is really the only foundation brush that I use. I have heard some good things about the Rare Beauty brush. I don't know, I haven't used it, but for me, this is the foundation brush. I forgot to mention that on my lips, I do have the Baume de Rose. That's what I originally, like when I think of By Terry, that's what my brain goes to. Baume de Rose is like the little pot, it smells like rose. It's a balm, rose balm for your lips. And that's what always occurs to me when I think of By Terry. That of course is not all By Terry is, but that's what, you know, comes up in my brain. And I do love that, and I've used it for years, so. All right, so I got a little sample of the By Terry Light Expert Click Brush, and it says Illuminating Flawless Foundation Brush. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to try that. They gave it to me in shade Apricot Light, so that might be interesting. I might try that out. Then I got the By Terry Twinkle Glow highlighter. Comes in this box. And looks like this, which is pretty outstanding. It's beautiful. And then the inside is like that. I'm very excited to try that. Okay, I'm gonna use the Terribly Densiliss Compact in Fresh Tone Nude. This is like the powder. Comes in this very heavy case. And I'm gonna use this as a bronzer because this actually works really well as a bronzer on me. It's like a light bronzer, not anything too intense. I'm gonna use the Wayne Goss Blush Peony actually today, the shade, because I don't have a By Terry blush or highlighter. I mean, I don't have a By Terry blush, and I'm gonna use the new highlighter. And then I'm gonna use the By Terribly Paris by Night eyeshadow palette. If any of you out there have the Paris by Day, or no, so Paris by Light palette, and you no longer want it, I would happily buy it from you. Or if you know where I can buy one, I would happily buy one because I really want the Paris by Light, but I didn't get it in time, and then it was sold out, and I haven't been able to find it anywhere. I don't know why. And then a Precision Waterproof Crayon Kohl in, what shade is this one? Brown Secret. All right. And lips, frankly, I haven't thought that. Let's go in with the Densiliss powder as my bronzer. I'll swatch this on my hand so you can see it as well. It's a gorgeous powder. I actually want to buy it in like a light shade to use it as like a face powder because it actually gives like a blurring effect, which I've noticed when I used it as an all-around powder on my face. I was like, oh, my face looks smoother. That's interesting. So I need to pick it up in a lighter shade for myself. Like on me, I kind of can use it as an all-over powder, but it's like a little deep on my face. Can you see it? It's really light. It kind of reminds me, the shade kind of reminds me of the Charlotte Tilbury Light bronzer. All right, now let's go in with the Wayne Goss blush. I'm just gonna put a little bit of that blush on. Not a lot, just a little pop of color to the cheek area. And let's do the star of the show, the highlighter. Let's swatch it. That's the highlighter. It definitely has a very peachy gold tone. I think this is gonna be really pretty. Oh, that's really pretty. Yeah, it's very peachy. I'm using the Wayne Goss Artist Collection brush because this brush is very soft, and so I use it for highlighters in general because even if the highlighter is like a little too blingy for me, this always subdues it, but this is beautiful. Yeah, that's really pretty. Let's move on to the eye palette. I think that highlighter is gonna be a favorite. Okay, so this is, I said, the Paris by Night. Let me show you the swatches. I hate digging into this because it ruins the pattern, which is so silly, I know, but yeah, the Paris by Light is a palette that I really do want to pick up, and it was limited edition, and it was before I started my channel, and like an idiot, I didn't pick it up. Isn't that the way though, guys? Like, all the things that you pick up because you feel like they might disappear, so you pick them up and then they're around forever, and then the things that you don't, which you really wanted, disappear and they truly just don't come back. All right, so that's the bottom row of shades. And there's a mixture of mattes and shimmers in here. Like I said, this is not a new palette. But I think it's a really pretty one. And that's the top row of shades. Bottom row, top row. Let's just do something fun today, right? Let's just play around. Because we already know, we've tried the highlighter. It's a beautiful highlighter. I'm gonna do some swatching, comparing it to some others. You know what else I'm gonna do before I do this? I'm gonna take some of the byterry powder. This is the hyaluronic powder. I've mentioned this a bunch of times. I'm just gonna pat that in. I usually use the Wayne Goss brush. but today I'm just gonna pat it just very, very lightly. I find that this is the best under eye powder I've ever used. You just have to be very light with it. If you do it at all deep, like if you do it at all heavy, it does look cakey on me. I don't think it will look cakey on everybody else, but on me it does. I'm just trying to figure out what brush I want to use here. I think I'm gonna use the Sonia G Soft Shader. This shade here. This brush here, shade here, whatever. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go in with this gray shade, this gray taupey shade, put it all over the lid. I know a lot of you are, you know, experiencing stress and anxiety with everything going on, rightfully so. Hopefully you're all taking steps to take care of yourselves, whatever that means for you. But you know, drinking water, getting sleep, working out, stepping away from the television / Twitter / whatever. Go outside, breathe some air, because I think it's going to be a long month. I wish it wasn't, but can't go through life just, you know, wishing things the way they are. You have to deal with them the way they are and try to make them better. All right. That's a really pretty gray. Like it's definitely like a mushroom taupey shade, but I really like that. It's a really nice basic. And honestly, you could just put you could blend it out, put some mascara on and go. That's nice. I like that. Going in with my Wayne Goss number 3, I'm just gonna buff out the top a little, soften it, make sure it's not a harsh line up there. If you follow me on Instagram, and you should follow me on Instagram, I put up my my picture of the Cookie Monster is a place here in Massachusetts. And you can get like all different types of cookies. They have vegan, they have gluten sensitive cookies, and you can get them with ice cream. So you can get like a cookie ice cream sandwich, and you can get like a milkshake with like cookies and ice cream. I mean, I'm not even like a big ice cream person or a cookie person. I don't really like baked goods. Don't come for me. I know, I'm weird, but I don't like baked goods. But their cookies, there's a salted caramel cookie. So good. So ridiculously good. Okay, so the shade I'm gonna go in with, this like bluish gray shimmer shade, I am gonna put that over the gray. Yeah, that cookie got me through Wednesday. I gotta tell you guys. Because I had like, I don't know, 2 hours sleep. I'm not sure. And I was so tired, and I had done so many like, you know, election questions and what's gonna happen, and I was just like, I don't even know my name anymore. I need a cookie. Well, let's take the Wayne Goss 03 and buff that out again. That is so, oh, I love this palette. I want the Paris by Light one. Where is it? Why don't I have it? All right, I'm gonna take this like cream shade, put that up in the brow bone. It's so funny because I have, you know, more than enough, obviously, eyeshadow palettes. I mean, please, it's not like I need another one, but now, you know, lately, just like the last couple weeks, I've been obsessed with trying to find it. And of course it doesn't exist, so I can't find it, which is just making me more obsessed. Are any of you like that? Like at first you're like, you don't really want it, it's not that big of a deal, but then when you can't find it, now you're like, I must have it. Like 3 weeks ago, you had forgotten about it, but no. All right, so let's take this like black shimmery, there's a black matte and there's like a black shimmery. Let's take the black matte. Yeah, there's like really pretty color story in here. You could do something like I'm doing, which is a very cool look with the cool shades, or you could take the browns and the coppers and the golds in here. I mean, it's a really pretty color story, and the pigments are really good. I like byterry, but I will admit a lot of times the pigments in their eyeshadow palettes aren't, I mean, they're not bad, but they're just kind of like, they're okay. But these are really good, which is why I want the Paris by Light. I'm gonna take the light, well, it's not really light blue, it's like an aqua blue. I'm gonna use my finger and I'm just gonna sort of pop it on the middle, like where the eyeball is. Just to like give it a little bit of contrast right there. Oh yeah, I really like that. All right, and then I'm gonna take the, if I can find it, Wayne Goss number 17. I need to wash my brushes because I'm gonna start my brush video very, very soon, and I wanna make sure that all my brushes are clean for it. I'm gonna take this brown shade, like the brown, darker brown. It's pigmented, so you gotta be careful with it. And just like intensify here in the crease. Just a little bit. Not a lot. Going in very lightly. Yeah, that, all the shades are pigmented, but like the mattes in here are very pigmented. Not that that's a bad thing, it's a good thing. It just, you want to be careful if you're trying to just, you know, go in lightly. Buff that out. And there is the eye look for today. I just think I just love this palette. Okay. I'm gonna find that Paris by Light. All right, so I'm gonna go with the Brown Secret. I'm just gonna do top lash line. It's gotta be somewhere, right? Gotta be someone somewhere who doesn't want it. Maybe Macari or eBay, who knows? There we go. It's really smooth, it glides on easily. I don't find that the byterry liners come off easily. I think they're really nice. So let me curl my lashes. I don't have a byterry mascara, so I'll probably just use the Chantecaille today because I'm trying to rest my eyelashes. Okay, final eye look with some mascara on. I'll get close so you can see. I absolutely love this palette. I believe this palette is still available on the byterry site. It might even be on sale. I'm not sure about that though. I will link it below if I can find it. The byterry highlighter, the Candlelight Glow, I love this. I think it's beautiful. I love the packaging. The highlighter is gorgeous. You saw it swatched. It's like a peachy pink. Stunning. Let me swatch it against the Pat McGrath real quick. While I have you guys here, I mean, we might as well, right? Okay, so let's do the byterry. I've run out of room. Okay, let's do it here. So that's the byterry. And then here's the Pat McGrath. You can see that Pat McGrath is much pinker. And then let's do the Charlotte Tilbury Superstar. Okay, so here's the byterry. Ignore all of this. Here's the byterry. Here's the Pat McGrath. And here is the Charlotte Tilbury Super Glow. If you look at these two, the Super Glow and the byterry, they are very close. Very, very close. I think looking at them that the byterry has like a little bit more gold in it, and the the Charlotte Tilbury has like a little bit more warmth, but it's really close. Let's see if I can do it that way. What do we do for lips? I have the balm on now. You know what? I know what I'll do. We're gonna keep it super light, and we're gonna use the Balm Frost by Tom Ford. If you guys haven't seen this, I believe this is still available on the Sephora site, although I have to be careful about that because things are selling out like left and right. And that's it all by itself, guys. I don't have anything else on my lips except for the Balm de Rose by Terry, but that's a balm. This is the Balm Frost by Tom Ford. That's it. I love this look, like personally for me, I love like a deep smoky eye and like a basically nude lip. For me, I think that works really well and I like it. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but you know, for me, I think it looks good. I absolutely love the look today. I wish I had somewhere to go. Oh well, that's okay. You know, my husband will appreciate it later. But yeah, so there's the final look. I really like the By Terry products. I know I don't mention By Terry as often, and I really should. In fact, I've said this a million times. I'm trying in November to play with some more, you know, makeup that I don't necessarily play with. The hyaluronic acid, the hyaluronic powder I use under my eyes all the time, and the Densiliss foundation I really do think is awesome. The shades are just tricky. You have to find your shade, but I do love them. This highlighter, gorgeous, gorgeous. The eyeshadow palette, as I've said, I'm really enjoying. The Balm de Rose is an old favorite. Had it forever, still love it. The liners are really, really good. What am I forgetting? Oh, the powder. So like I said, this is the By Terry. It's the Densiliss Compact. It's a powder. I have it in Fresh Tone Nude. I used it as a little bit of a very light bronzer on myself. I could use it as an all over powder. It's light enough, but it's got a little bit of warmth to it. I'm gonna see if I can find it in like a little bit lighter shade. This is 2, so I don't know if one is warm shade or cool shade. I have to go check it out. But I'm gonna go look because I love this powder. I actually think it's incredibly smoothing and blurring. So I'm gonna check this out. And I might even see if it comes in a darker shade to be a more intense bronzer, we'll see. I think that's it, guys. That's it today anyway. Oh, and don't forget the Guerlain Waterly Oil if you're on the Sephora site and you're thinking about picking up. And if you're still not really sure, I totally get that. It's expensive. It does come in a mini size. That is not the best value for your money, but if you know, if you don't want to spend, I think it's like $90 for the 1 ounce. I'm not sure, with 20% off or 15% off or 10% off during the sale. Get the mini one, which is much cheaper, and at least try it out, because I have to say, I'm really impressed with how it makes my skin look. I have no idea if that's something that just is working as a primer when I prime my skin with it, but it does make my skin look plumper, and it does help with the lines, so I'm here for that. I gotta say. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit like, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you in another video really soon. Bye!